Alright, we've made it to the final monk challenge. We're in Grim Batol, and instead of paying someone else to boost me in Grim Batol, we're gonna boost ourselves, hopefully, if all goes according to plan. My monk is level 83, so we only have 2 levels left to go before we get to max level. I'm fully loomed up. Actually, not literally fully. I don't have the Dread Pirate ring, but mostly loomed up. And then in the slots that aren't heirlooms, we have Cataclysm items, so they are quite strong. Some Jasper rings, a Forceful Hand of Justice. We got a Grace of the Herald when I soloed Blackrock Caverns. That was not good experience per hour. It was quite challenging, but pretty fun, and we ended up with good loot, so that's good too. Let's see how this goes. See how we can handle Grim Batol. I'm a little concerned that it might be super hard when we get to the elites, but we'll see. These are obviously not hard. That was a bunch of non-elites. Yeah, hello, YouTube, says Axuhel. Yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, there'll be links, sorry, timestamps in the video description. So you can check that out to jump ahead to whatever part of the video you want. And there's a bunch of other leveling journeys on the monk of all the other dungeons we soloed. We started leveling this monk at level 50. Well, we started soloing dungeons at level 15 in the Dead Mines, and have been soloing dungeons all the way up to where we are now. And it's been very fun. I've enjoyed it a lot. Alright, seems like 88,000 experience per mob. Are you joking right now? What? We just got 88,000 experience per mob. Let's back away from that guy. I think this is pretty good. I would say it's pretty good. Just have to lock in a little bit. Health did get kind of low there. Oh, wait, sorry. We were rested at the start. It's only 44,000 experience without rest. That's still, yep, that's still pretty good. Jerome, hello, how's it going? Are you learning the joys of the stupid spellcasters in here? Not yet. You joined us right at the start, Jerome. So far, we're doing just fine, I would say. Arcane Infusion. Whatever that ability does, don't care. Okay. Double pulling. Wait, shit, they're not line of sighting. What the? Wait a second. I got knocked off the side. We're gonna find out exactly where the limit is here. Yeah, okay, double pull, not the play. I got really, Okay, maybe I would have been able to handle it if they didn't knock me off the side. I kind of suspected there would be an invisible wall there that would stop that from happening, and it kind of disoriented me. And they didn't pull in the way I expected either. Maybe I can handle it if I can get them positioned properly at the start. Show healing done breakdown. Guard, gift of the ox, heal. Heal is this buff, which is actually a lot less than I thought it was going to be. This buff, living forever, comes from the Adventurer's Journal. You read this and you get a random buff, and most of the time it kind of blows, but sometimes you get a big self-healing buff like this. Does it work at 85? No. No. The journal only works if you're below level 85. Okay, so the question is, should we attempt the same pull again? Or should we admit defeat? I think let's take it easy for now, and if we find a spot with like a obvious line of sight that we can use to pull 2 packs at once, then maybe we try a double pull again. But this is kind of not a great situation, line of sight wise. You're dead. What's that guy doing? Alright, let's roll into this pack. Oh, this is a big group. Put up the Ring of Peace. Yeah, okay, that felt like about the limit of what I'm capable of doing right now. I had to pull out all the stops. To make that happen. Okay. That felt much more comfortable. Yeah, we could just walk away from them when they do that. Where are all these healings coming from? The majority of the healing is from my guard ability. It's a 30-second cooldown, and it absorbs 31,000 damage. And then while my guard is active, all my other healing is increased by 30%. So you can see the breakdown of my healing here. I'm gonna roll into this group. No, maybe we just like that. Nice. 44k per mob is absolutely nutty. And 17,000 damage staggering. That's a good time to hit a little brew, purifying brewski. Clears all my stagger damage for the low cost of 1 chi. Yeah, this is going better than I thought it would. I mean, just the fact that we can't double pull packs means my fun per hour is actually pretty low. But, you know, we could that's okay. You know, for 44k experience per mob, I'll accept not being able to double pull packs. Oops, tried to get the interrupt on that guy. I was too slow changing targets. Trying to move around, pick up the healing orbs. I'm not looking for the healing orbs. Like, they're too small and there's too much stuff going on. But I know if I just shuffle back and forth, I'll probably bump into a lot of healing orbs. Let's go. Uh-oh. Ring of Peace. Okay, good. Then we have, what, 2 more trash packs, then we reset. Yeah, I don't know what this Ring of Peace is really doing. It seems like the mobs are definitely still attacking me and casting spells. They're certainly casting spells. I see their cast bars going up. I thought it was supposed to silence them. I don't know, maybe we should go back to doing leg sweep. Abandoned Dark Iron Ring. Strength, stamina, intellect, critical, and haste. Okay, cool. I needed a moment to catch my breath and think. Yeah, I'm going back to leg sweep. This Ring of Peace thing is bullshit. A lot of these mobs can still attack me even when they're disarmed, and it doesn't really seem to be stopping their spell casts very well. This pull was scuffed. Not good. Reduces attack and cast speed. Oh, wow. Okay, I never even realized what that debuff did. Okay, so we gotta target these Stormbreakers so they can't be putting that bullshit on me. Yeah, that's a problematic debuff. Alright, we're resetting now. Talents. We're going back to leg sweep. Frick Ring of Peace. Yeah, someone suggested trying out Ring of Peace. Oh, wait, shoot, there's still a couple mobs back here. I missed those guys. Yeah, okay, we'll get them on the way out. Yeah, I think at this rate, we'll hit 85 before Enlightenment's over. I mean, look at how much we cleared in one dungeon, and it was the first time, so I didn't know what I was doing, and I died once. I think we'll go to double pulling packs once I hit 84, and see if, we'll try double pulling again when I hit 84, is what I meant to say. Two stacks of Water Bolt. I could have used Paralyze to stop one more cast. My Spear Hand thing, I used that, and then it was on cooldown for the other casts, I think. Alright. They're all dead. Wow, yeah, I didn't really understand how much the experience per mob was gonna go up. This is ridiculous. 44,000 experience per mob is absolute lunacy. What's your glyph setup? There's one glyph I have that I think is actually good, and I don't think the others matter. And this one comes from Joker D. One of his viewers told me that he was using it. So not directly, he didn't tell me, but, you know, he was using it, then his viewer told me to use it. Glyph of Fortuitous Spheres. This works even at low levels before you get the Healing Sphere ability. Just pops out a Healing Sphere whenever you dip low in health. And then the other one I have is Spinning Crane Kick. This is, like, not very important. I don't think it's that important to move at full speed during Spinning Crane Kick, but, like, I don't think any of the other ones are that good. Let's see. Jerome says you got Sparring and Afterlife. Afterlife only works for Windwalker monks, so it doesn't work for me as Brewmaster. And what was the other one you said? Sparring? Another Windwalker one. Okay, yeah, so I haven't really paid any attention, honestly, to the Windwalker only ones. There we go. I mean, I think they don't work. I mean, they say Windwalker there, and it talks Afterlife is an ability that I don't have as a Brewmaster. It's totally possible that it actually does work, and, you know, it's just a bad tooltip or whatever. Leg sweep. Oh, we gotta target the water bolt guy. Execute him so he doesn't get that next water bolt cast off. Alright, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like maybe we can double pull even before we get to level 84. We could double pull the same pack that killed me last time. Ooh, wait, I know. If I want to do a double pull, I can store up 5 chi on this pack, and then, okay, I need to not die on this pack, though. And then have maxed out chi going into the next pack, so I can, like, do more blackout kicks and stuff right at the start to help survivability. Okay. No, 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 no. Guard up. Yep, 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 yep. I think we made it through. Yes, we double pulled. And we're level 84 now. That was so close. They dropped me to 5%. I might have got even lower at some point. That was nice. Oh yeah, I missed that pack of mobs again. Okay. So one thing I was doing on that pull aside from just mashing every single button I possibly could, was I was going back and forth around the corner like this. Because there were a lot of caster mobs, and I'd come around here, and then they'd all move here, and then they'd start casting a spell. And then I'd move over here, and they'd still be trying to cast that spell, and then it would fail because I was out of line of sight. So going back and forth like this was reducing a lot of the spell damage I was taking. Man, imagine, we could probably, like, triple pull packs of this dungeon when we get actual gear. Maybe quadruple pull even, honestly. Like, this character is in, like, bullshit heirlooms. Think if we got, like, 390 item level or something. Like, some actually decent gear. Now we're getting 52k per mob. They're a talent for reduced spell damage. Yeah, there's like a cooldown you can press that reduces your spell damage taken and like reflects spells back at the caster. But it's on a line that also has a passive talent. And pretty much whenever I've chose talents, if there's an option to take a passive or an active, I always take the passive. Because there's already too many buttons to press. I already have way too many buttons to press. I'm not picking talents that make me have even more buttons to press. It almost hardly even matters, like, what the buttons are doing. I'm like, nah, miss me with that. Juice me up with the passive, excuse me. Juice me up with the passive ability. We double pull again? I think this double pull might be the end of us. This one might be too juicy. That doesn't mean we're not gonna try it. Nope. That one was too much. Too much on that one. Did I miss any buttons I could have pressed? I think I was mostly pressing my buttons. Yeah. Dang. Maybe it was like a different composition of mobs? Or maybe the positioning was not as advantageous. It felt like we died way faster there. Despite having double guard at the start, because I pressed the first guard like 15 seconds before pulling. So I basically had double guard going into it. Would the XP be good if you duoed with a Mistweaver? I don't know, but I'm not trying to invite other people in here. I'm trying to do this solo. We can pick up the quests now, but I'm pretty sure all the quests are just to, like, kill the bosses. Alright, let me get this group. Which is, killing the bosses is not something we're doing. So. Stormbreaker. Interrupt. Key for paralyze. Leg sweep. Didn't time that paralyze properly. Alright, the double pull, maybe the first double pull was just a fluke. Let's just say it was a fluke and let's stick to single pulling. grind this out in the next 28 minutes. While we still have enlightenment buff. Yeah, Waka Blitz, I know about Expel Harm being no cooldown, but it still costs energy. And I don't just have unlimited energy, and if I'm just spamming Expel Harm, I'm not really doing a meaningful amount of damage, so I don't think I'm getting ahead on the mobs, right? I'm just preventing myself from dying if all I'm doing is sitting there spamming Expel Harm. It's just not doing enough output compared to, like, a AoE ability. If you activate Expel Harm when your health is below, what is it, like 35% or something, it has no cooldown. Nice. Get over here. Earthshaper, Stormbreaker. That's who I want to fight first. Whoops. Did not do that leg sweep soon enough. Got that water bolt debuff on me. And do that paralyzed soon. I'm like a half a second too slow on most of these interrupts. It's hard for me to add, like, monitoring the interrupt on top of doing all the other abilities that I have to keep track of. Like, if I'm focused on doing the interrupts, then I'm, like, letting my blackout kick and my elusive bruise and my other things drop. Jerome says you have a very serious question. Oh, shit. That's a patrol coming in. What's your question? Do you use your pilgrimage 80 bracket buff yet? Yes. I didn't think I did, and then we went to try to do it today, and it was not available. So I determined that, yes, in fact, I did already do it. Must have done it yesterday. It's okay. We'll hit it in the next 24 minutes with the daily enlightenment buff I have right now. Interrupt again. Yeah, why do these mobs give so much? Is this, like, normal for a level 83 or 84 elite, or is there something, like, special about these, Grim Batol mobs that's making them give way more XP? Kurjung Dreamer says, I just lost my XP monk buff because I entered one dungeon. I've heard people say that happens when they're in dungeon groups, like groups with other people, that some bosses, like, you engage them and it removes the enlightenment buff. I don't think that's supposed to happen, but it has never happened to me while soloing dungeons. At least not that I remember. Alright, are any of these quests I could actually do? Let's verify. Eridax, the Duke Below. Nope. 30 Trogs and 15... I might be able to do that one. Can't do that one. Do-do-do-do. Reset all instances back into Grim Batol. Simon was just trying to solo Nax like you did. I'm struggling a lot with patchwork. Did you do anything special? Because you don't seem to drop an HP and I drop like a rock. I'm blood spec'd and like 385 item level. No, what I remember from soloing Patchwork, which is in the YouTube video, was that he enraged and then I like pressed all my cooldowns thinking it was going to be scary. And then, like, he just died, and I didn't really know what happened. So I don't remember that one really being challenging at all. I remember being confused about how easy it was. Mainly the thing on Blood Death Knight is you pretty much just press Death Strike literally as much as possible. So, like, you have your 2 Blood Runes, and then you have your Frosts and your Unholies. I'm pretty sure you want to spend all your Frost and all your Unholies on Death Strikes when you're soloing like that. Oh, here's the Water Bolt, dude. Target that guy. Get a stun kick. Execute instead of spell interrupting again. That's one way to stop the mob from casting a spell. 10-man version? Yeah, I was able to do the 10-man version. I didn't even attempt the 25-man version. Alright, we're pulling those guys. Are you sad that this is so much XP? I mean, if we just get back to battle pet farming old raids sooner. And we have to continue on the Paladin. We're on a quest to obtain pants. The Paladin, I made a new rule for the Paladin. All my gear has to be transmogged to hidden status, so like invisible gear, until I get the corresponding piece of Judgment in that slot, Judgment set, tier 2, because it's the best Paladin set. Currently, I've done 2 entire runs of Blackwing Lair, and I've walked out with the Bracer and the chest armor of Judgment. So, no pants, no shoes, no gloves, no helmet, no shoulders, no belt. The character does not have a lot of gear equipped visually. You will not be allowed into any public libraries with that content art. It's one man and his noble quest for pants, okay? It's gonna be great, I'm sure. Bro, I got too many stacks of this water bullshit. I did not sufficiently interrupt that mob this time. Why does one of the mobs only give me 10k? Is it like one of their pets or minions that's getting summoned and only giving me 10k? Bro, I can do a Molten Core run of all the Battle Pet bosses on Rogue in literally 5 minutes. You zone in, you go kill Magmadar, boom, get out of there. Then you go kill, you go near Baron Geddon to that like bridge area where Golemag is, you drop down, kill Golemag, boom. Then you sprint away to Sulfuron Harbinger, kill Sulfuron Harbinger, boom. And then you've killed all the bosses and you Hearthstone out, and it's just 5 minutes. Zoom, zoom, zoom as Rogue, stealthing past all the trash. I imagine it's going to take a lot longer on Paladin. And also, if I'm trying to kill Ragnaros to get pants on the Paladin, that means I have to kill all the bosses, not just the pet battle, you know, the bosses that drop battle pets. Yeah, they, ever since, Old Man Simon the Paladin, insisted on not wearing pants anymore, they stopped letting him into the, Church of the Silver Hand. So, he needs to earn his way back into the good graces of his Paladin, fellows. What the? I just feel like I got shot from far away. What was that? Is that some, like, dragon flying that shot me with the purple shit? If you take the dragon and you bombard them, you get less experience per mob. I believe it's proportional to the amount of damage dealt with the dragon. So it really does not help us in any way, based on my understanding of how that all works. Which, you know, might not be exactly right, but, you know, whatever. I know you definitely, there's some mechanic to reduce the amount of experience you get when you hit them with the dragon fire. How much are the pets worth? The pets from Molten Core are only like a couple hundred gold each. Really, the battle pets were all like crazy valuable when they first came out at the start of last week, and now a lot of them have gone down in price substantially. Especially the ones from easier dungeons and raids that literally everyone can solo, like Molten Core and Karazhan. Those have really tanked in price. Some of the ones that are at least slightly harder to get, like Twin Emperor's Pet and the SSC and TK ones have retained a little bit more value. On my server, they're like 1,000 to 2,000 gold for most of those, and then the Anubisath one from Twin Emperors is like actually a very strong, one of the best battle pets for actually fighting in the game. So that one, of all the pets, has retained the most value, and is still over 10k. But I think it's just a matter of time. It's going to go down and down in price. So if you want to make gold off of that, I would suggest farming it sooner rather than later. Execute that guy. Nice. We're actually getting more experience per mob now that we're a higher level. I wonder how that reflects proportional to how much I I need to actually level up. Like, as a percentage of my level per mob, is it more or less? It was about 3.5 million to go from 83 to 84. Now it's about 4.5 million to go from 84 to 85. Let me do a rough calculation. I'm kind of curious on this. Okay, so if we say it was roughly 4.5 mil before, and it's or 3.5 and 4.5. So we got about a 28% increase in the experience required to level up, and we're getting 53,000 per mob instead of 44,000 per mob. We get about a 20% increase in XP per mob. So it is a little bit less proportionally of the level, but not by a lot. What is healing you the most? My guard ability is the most damage, if you count damage absorption. Hang on. When this fight's over, we can check the healing meter. Stance of the Ox. I believe that's staggered damage is what that's being recorded as. Chi Wave, Healing Elixirs, Gift of the Ox, Expel Harm. Yeah, it's almost all guard being insane. Can't execute him. Still on cooldown. There we go. Talents. Glyphs. This is the only important glyph. This one doesn't matter. Fortuitous Spheres. And then talents, I went like this. On these rows, I intentionally picked just the passive one. I didn't want more buttons to press. So I don't particularly know or care if the other buttons might be better. I just very, very purposefully picked whichever one was passive. Looks like we'll need to do one more run, but not even the whole run, probably. Stormbreaker. Purifying Brew, Expel Harm, Chi Wave. I don't know what this weird fire orb thing is. I'm not worried about it, though. Back over to the left. Oh, like skip the boss, go forward a little bit? Okay, let's try it. I'll see what's up. Yeah, there's that guy, and then there's these two dragons. Yeah, these. See what the XP on them is. If it's any different than... Oh, wait, look at this. This is good. Yeah, we should have been doing this pull all the time. In all the other runs. If you stand in the blue thing, it's 50% bonus damage, but it's also bonus damage for them too, if the mobs are in it. $52K, yeah, it's actually the same XP per mob. Okay, so there's the boss. Let's wait for him to leave, and then I'll see if I can pull that pack. They can freeze me. Uh-oh. That's not good. What's this? Shadow damage over time? Do not like that. Yeah, okay, that just kept stacking up. I don't know if I can outpace that. But also, it's probably faster for me to get back to the start by dying than running back through the whole dungeon. So, think about it. That was smart. Huge brain move to die and reset. Exactly, exactly. You make decent gold there? I don't know. I mean, I'm just here for the experience. How much gold I am or am not making is, like, not on my radar. Alright, 5 minutes left of enlightenment. Can we get 100,000 experience? The answer may not surprise you. The answer is... Can we kill 2 mobs in 5 minutes? Yes. Not in line of sight. What the hell? Is this quest complete yet? Oh, you only do it with the red drakes. Okay, abandoned quest. Stupid water bolt ability. It's done. It's done. Monk is level 85. Soloing dungeons all the way. In 34 hours and 29 minutes.
Scratch, GZ, 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 GZ. Time to solo some raids.
Time to solo some raids? So true. We should do that. Mr. Bungled, thank you very much for the Prime. Thank you for 29 months of support. I really appreciate that. Rartar got a change hat request. Let's do that. Mr. Bungled, I hope you're having a wonderful day. GZ, GZ, GZ. The text-to-speech is kind of funny sometimes. Alright, we're out of here. Frick this place. I hate it. Okay, so, actually, it was pretty good. It was among the easier dungeons I've soloed. It paid off very well. Like, the XP was good. It wasn't too difficult. Grim Batol is actually, yeah. Grim Batol is actually great. I don't hate it.